Hi guys, I have recently had a customer ask me, hey, what are the benefits of the cold brew pitcher? What are the benefits of cold coffee? Is it as strong as hot coffee, etc.? Lots of questions. So I thought, well, how fun would it be if I answered you by way of video rather than just simply answering your questions? I have to tell you that the cold brew pitcher is one of my favorite Pampered chef tools. In the summer like this, I really love my cold coffee, and I do two things with it. I drink it as it is and add my favorite creamer, or you can add the simple syrups that Pampered Chef offers recipes for right on their website, which I would be happy to guide you to if that interests you. Another thing that I do with my cold brew coffee is I make coffee smoothies. I do this the most. I do this more than anything. I love nothing more after work than a cold coffee smoothie. So I'm gonna kind of do both for you right now. I'm going to show you how to make coffee in the cold brew pitcher. And then I'm going to turn it into a coffee smoothie. So I hope this is fun for you. What are the benefits of cold brew coffee? Well, I mean, some people claim that it's less acidic and easier to digest. I think there's something to that, but I haven't researched it. The taste is fantastic. And I will tell you this, that anyone who has bought one from me has loved their cold brew pitcher. That I know. I have one customer who has two because one isn't enough, and I can totally relate to that. So, having said that, let me show you how easy it is to make coffee in the cold brew pitcher. So I'm going to just kind of turn you a little bit. You can see, actually I'm going to lift it up so you can see how cute it is. It's just so darn cute too. This is the pitcher, and this is what goes inside of the pitcher. It's a filter, and it has two attachments. This one is for coffee. Okay, now there's another attachment that could be used. I don't know where I put it actually right now. There is another attachment that could be used for tea, so you could have cold tea if you wish, but I have never used it because tea is not my thing. Coffee is my thing. So yeah, this is it. So all you do is set this filter inside of the cold brew pitcher like so, and now kind of tilt it down here. All we do is add one cup of coffee into the filter, the inner filter, which is super easy. I am going to say that you want to use a good coffee. This is not the time for a cheap, bitter, like just low grade coffee. You want to keep it good. What am I using? I will show you. I am using Starbucks Mocha, which I love. Okay, this is my thing. I love it. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. I love everything about it. So this is my coffee. Okay, now after you dump in the grounds, all you do, we put in 1 cup of coffee grounds. Now we add in 5 cups of water. It's just that easy. You dump it in. I'll kind of tilt it now so you can see what's happening, actually. This is what it looks like on top. When it gets up to the top like that, we just kind of slow down and let it seep down, and then we add more water. Okay, it's just that easy. 1 cup of coffee grounds and 5 cups of water. And then after you have all the water added to the pitcher, you can let it sit on the counter or in the refrigerator. I would do the refrigerator because it's going to be cold coffee. For like 18 hours or just like overnight, and it's ready to drink, and it'll keep for up to 2 weeks in your refrigerator. How cool is that? You're gonna save money just by having it on hand if you're one that likes to hit the drive-thrus for coffee. Now this had 3 cups of water in it, so I'm gonna go get 2 more cups of water before I forget. Okay, we're gonna just keep dumping that in. That's all there is to it, guys. That's it. Now, I have some cold brew coffee made from a previous batch, and I'm going to show you how I make that into a coffee smoothie using my deluxe cooking blender, which is also equally cool. Now, Pampered Chef provides the recipe for the coffee smoothie. I adapt it just a hair because, number one, I usually never have ice on hand. So you can see my little bar board here. I use my bar board for lemons, limes. I use them when I make smoothies to cut bananas. So that's what I was getting at. I rarely have ice on hand. The recipe for the coffee smoothie calls for ice. I never have. I'm not going to put big, large ice cubes in my blender. I just don't feel right about that. And the taste is fantastic when I use frozen bananas instead. So what I do is I keep buying bananas and I keep throwing them in the freezer after I take the peel off. I put them in a Ziploc and I throw them in the freezer and I just keep using them for smoothies. I don't know if you know this or not, but I think bananas are the base of nice cream. It actually turns into a fantastic ice cream too. There's a lot of things you can do with frozen bananas. So check into that if you want a nice cool treat for the summer. So, okay, enough said. I'm going to make my smoothie. Now my bananas are going to look a little weird because they were ripe when I put them into the freezer. So they're not, that pretty, whatever color, flesh color. I'm going to pull you down here. So I'm just going to, I don't even measure anymore. I make so many. These are frozen bananas. I'm just going to throw them in here. Get this in the view. My frozen bananas in here. So the recipe calls for 1 banana. Instead, I use 2 frozen bananas and I use 0 ice. So it turns out about the same. Okay, that's about 2 bananas. It's gonna have to be close enough, I suppose. Okay. Now we need, this is my previous batch of cold brew. We need a half a cup of cold brew coffee. So we're going to add that. We need a 1/4 cup of any kind of milk you want. The recipe calls for almond milk. If I had some, I would use that because I love that. What I have is lactose-free Fairlife milk. I'll use that because it's the lactose that I have trouble with. But I love almond milk, so that's equally fun. I just don't have any right now. Okay, now the recipe calls for rolled oats. I don't use that, and not really for any particular reason. Okay, the recipe also calls for about a tablespoon of almond butter. You know what? I don't even measure, guys. I know what I like because I have this every single night. I use my little skinny scraper to get it off the spoon. Okay, so here's my almond butter. I usually stick it in the honey first, actually, so I don't get almond butter in my honey, and a tablespoon of honey. And again, I'm not even going to measure it. I know what I like. I have these every night. Okay, last but not least, cocoa powder. So I'm going to add, I usually accidentally get a little too much cocoa powder in there. Darn it. Okay. Now, this is my smoothie cup and the attachment for my deluxe cooking blender. So you're going to get to see that in use as well. So I'm going to bring you over here with me. Now we're going to make my smoothie. We're going to attach it like so. Turn it on. Choose the smoothie setting. Can you see that? And push the power button. Okay, now it's kind of loud, so I'm going to step away for a little bit. Now it's going to do that for a minute, and in 1 minute I'm going to have my coffee smoothie, and I have a batch of cold brew on its way. I'll show you what it's my end product looks like in about 40 seconds. Interestingly, I also am making root beer ribs in my quick cooker, and I am also making a rotisserie chicken in my air fryer. So you know, I hope someone has questions about those because I'm dying to answer you. I love answering questions. I love using all of my appliances. Right now I have all 3 going, so I'm kind of giggling. Just at all the fun. 3 seconds. It's almost done. All right, she's done. Turn it off. Take it off. Flip it up. Take the cap off. I have my smoothie. I have my coffee smoothie, guys. Let me get my cap. Let's see what I do with it. Oh, here it is. Here's my smoothie cup cap. The lid and the straw. So I now have a batch of cold brew coffee brewing on my counter, which is going to go in the fridge in about 2 seconds. And I now have my coffee smoothie. I hope you enjoyed my video, guys, and I hope you now have a better understanding of the cold brew pitcher. Bye, guys. Thank you.